Choco's tier list was cool and all, but honestly, I think there's a more vital question that's been on all of our minds, which is who would really win a 1v1 against the Jockey from Left 4 Dead 2? Like, if you really think about it, who the fuck would actually prevail? And I've put a lot of thought into this for the past 2 minutes, and I think some of the options are pretty shocking. For starters, you've got 2 years ago. He's a bit in the middle. It's kind of tough to say. I don't think he was joking when he said a couple times that he's quite young, and I'm not sure whether or not that actually works to his advantage here. That's the thing. You can never really know with the Jockey because he's so unpredictable. I think, just based off of his energy, he actually has a pretty good chance. But if he is young, there's a chance of Jockey has more weight on him than the average guy. So I'm gonna apprehensively put him an eh. But I mean, energy-wise, it's a tough one. Aciidz is a little bit of a wild card, also, if you really think about it. The main thing is, and most people don't really think about this, is even though ordinarily he might have a pretty good shot, the thing is that Slayur kind of showed that the Jockey could just easily cradle him in his arms. I really don't think that there's any sort of chance for Aciidz to win. I'm not even gonna lie. So you've got Bruno, and he's got a fairly relaxing voice, very chill dude. That's how you know he's actually a pretty good chance. He doesn't need to prove he could beat the Jockey. That's the thing. The Jockey wouldn't know what to do with him. That's the fucked up part about it. Mr. Burhac is a very interesting one. Honestly, I don't know too much about him. Just watching his runs, knowing his history, I feel like it really depends. I think he's got a pretty good chance, though. Again, another one where you kind of expect him to be good, but honestly, I think it's pretty unlikely that Choco could beat the Jockey from Left 4 Dead 2. Because the thing is he's like the Jockey knows what to do, right? You've seen how many fucking runs that's been ended by this guy. Choco's stream. I think it's not okay. He knows exactly the right buttons to push. I don't think the rage would help Choco at all. I think it would just kind of suck for everyone. Again, I don't really know much about Mr. Leafman, if I'm being fully honest, but I just want a really full list. But, just, again, from the energy he exudes and the knowledge he has, quite frankly, he's got a pretty good chance. I don't know about his physical stature. I don't know about his ability to keep his cool, but he knows a lot about this game. Okay, if there's one person who knows what the Jockey's gonna do, it's him. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. Dema's an Aussie. The Jockey's basically an overgrown spider. Failzzz is he's got a pretty good chance. Not only does he have the talent and experience to beat the Jockey, but if you just kind of hear the verbal abuse he spits at the comments sometimes, I think he would just kind of hurt their feelings. That's the thing about it. So I think he's got a pretty good chance. Friberger is the true wild card. Honestly, he hasn't streamed, so I don't know how he does normally. I'm just gonna put him in A. Who knows? Okay, Intharth is just, fucking holding back at all times. It's kind of tough to say. He did quit playing the game, actually, so only pretty good chance. But for a fact he's, hiding back all the time. There's no fucking way that he wouldn't clobber the Jockey as long as he had some more recent experience with him. Intharth would fuck him up. I am telling you. I really don't know how to put it into words, but like, surely we all know that Killer would like he's well, Dema's like, hold on, hold on. Dema's his own tier, cause come on. But we all know that other than that, like, there's no way that Killer isn't going to lose. Like, he's going to fuck up the Jockey. There's no fucking chance in hell that the Jockey wins against this guy. Have you seen him boost? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do against that? Easy. Easy fucking S tier. Lokki, you know, the thing is, you might expect that, oh, he has military experience. Oh, he has a lot of experience in the game. Stuff like that. Frankly, you're thinking too hard about it. He'll just pull out his 10-inch pizza cock and he'll fucking just destroy him. Honestly. He's like Aciidz if, the incident didn't happen. I mean, again, I don't know if I need to say more. Like, Luna is, constantly boggles all of our minds with his sheer chadness, and I don't think that the Jockey would be able to withstand it. Not only that, I don't know what Luna looks like, but I feel like he's just like an absolute towering force of a man, and the Jockey would simply crumble under his feet. I really do. Sorry, Mario, but unfortunately the Jockey is not in dead air. Matthew, I don't know anything, honestly. He's another, I'm calling a lot of people wild cards, and it's because it's hard to determine, I guess. But I just, I don't really know. I think it's pretty unlikely, but man has shown that if he grinds something, he can, he can really, really do well. So definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but also I just can't see it that easily. Honestly, Mike is yet another wild card. I'm pretty sure he's like he's pretty likely is the thing. It really depends. Right now it's summer, so I think Mike's gonna deal with hot weather, and I don't think it's gonna go well for him. Honestly, all of the E people kind of get a downgrade for that reason, unfortunately. But I think Mike could easily go in pretty good chance. I think that the weather is the main thing holding him back. Okay, look, I haven't seen much runs with Ned in them. I've never talked to the man personally, and I've only watched a few of his runs. Easy S tier. He is a fucking terrifying force of a man. There's no way in hell the Jockey would win. I'm honestly, I think he's the exception. He's not even Aussie, but he still goes there. Now, inform me if I'm wrong, but I mean, come on. Patryk literally originated the Jockey clip, right? Or at least if he didn't, he popularized it the most, I'd argue. Just, I can hear it viscerally in my head. Jockey! Like, it's just... With that kind of fear, I just don't see it. Okay, this is some catboy propaganda. Look, hold on. Look, okay, listen. Silent, I feel like, could really go either way. It's tough to say with the current knowledge we have. I definitely think it more edges towards pretty good chance, but not enough to put him in the category, if that makes sense. Skytis, I think, overall, honestly, pretty good chance. It's a little bit tough to say. He's a little newer to the speedrunning itself, sure, but I don't. If you ever watch his streams, he exudes a certain energy, a certain Germanness that makes me really feel like he has a good shot against him. Like if they're just in a 1v1, I really feel like he's gonna put on those cool sunglasses and just kick the shit out of him. I really feel like he would. As a matter of fact, the more I think about it, just absolutely no question about it. No way. Okay, I I honestly, it's have you seen this? This man has put this man all the way in this category. That's how powerful he is. He knows the Jockey in and out. He has done so much with him in image editing software. This man impresses me on levels I didn't know I could be impressed on. I'm truly proud of him. I can't fucking believe it. The Master is a bit of a wild card because you might say, yeah, he hasn't played the game in a long time, and he might not really remember the Jockey. That's where you'd be wrong. He comes from a time where the b-hopping wasn't as important. The records weren't quite as robust. The player base wasn't quite as wide, you know? He has game sense. If there's one thing Master has kept over these years, he has fucking max game sense. He is a fucking Hulk. There's no way he wouldn't kick the shit out of the Jockey. However, I do have to say, you know, he still hasn't played in a while. It's the only reason. There's no fucking way he wouldn't win. I really think so. Okay, the thing is, TRG has to go, and no question about it. Not necessarily because of the boosting, not necessarily because of the undeniable swagger, but just simply because Killer himself is afraid of TRG, and Killer is like, I mean, he's definitely up here. Again, there's just no question about it. So, if the man who's an S tier is afraid by this man, I mean, you do the math. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I physically stand much of a chance against him. It's not impossible. The Jockey is, you know... No, it's pretty impossible. Hmm. Yeah, I really don't think I have a chance. I'm just terrified of him in every single run. When I hear a Jockey, my heart stops and I get so afraid. I have to backtrack. I have to run away from him actively. I truly don't see any kind of reality where I could win a fight against him. Okay. Uh, Vogel? That's some catboy propaganda shit right there. Not even gonna lie to you. The thing is, right, he's not in here for the same reason Patryk is. Vogel would convert the Jockey into being a functional normal member of Left 4 Dead 2 speedrunning. He would immediately turn the Jockey into a catboy with this undeniable charm, and then things would just be over. Completely fucked. I don't know how he does it. I really fucking don't. It's insane. I think if you give Waifu some time to really look at how the specials, I should say the Jockey, it's one special, how the Jockey moves, you really get some time to see his fighting patterns, I think that Waifu is high. But just as is, I'm only going to give him a pretty good chance. Mostly because the man has lately been seeing some pretty huge gains. So if anyone is, like, rising up in the ranks, it's him. He might be an Aussie tier soon. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Finally, I really, truly, truly think that Zeffy would fucking kick the Jockey's ass. She has so much repressed trauma. I don't know if repressed is the right word, but anyway, the Jockey has caused her so much pain and strife in her life that I think that it wouldn't even have a chance. She would mop the fucking floor. It's really not okay. It's really not. Like, it would be inhumane.